Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Bears offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be
turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his legs, picking up the first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Western Kentucky's offense will get the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Snap it to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Look out, he's got room. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football. They stick to what they do well. They know where the 1st down marker is, and they get the 1st down.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying the left side. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got enough space. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point makes it 7 to 3. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7 to 3. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On the option. He'll toss it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you could tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's coming. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Missouri State offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Makes the grab. It's Cooper. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Bear offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Missouri State.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off-play action on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. It's Cooper. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. It's Cooper. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41.
First and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Defense playing a bail technique.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far.
The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Three tight ends in the formation on first and 10. He'll start the third quarter with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
He'll toss it. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence. Road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Leaves it with the back. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Brings up.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but...
And he's got it inside the 35. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball. Against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, this offense taking the sack, that is not what we need in this area. They've struggled really badly. Like, they're kicking too many field goals. A lot of times this will jump up and bite you later in the football game. This offense has got to protect their quarterback and execute better in this area of the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script. He's got
open space in the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Toppers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point is good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Fourth and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on fourth and short.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll bring it out of the end. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? Caught behind the line. It's Rich. Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, WKU. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Isaac. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Missouri State offense.
On the set. Now 55.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off and another empty drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Okay, ready? Easy. Ready?
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll try the run. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Finds a man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And that's a first down.
And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's coming. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd down.
Flip, green 25.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
And the Hilltoppers can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
42 Spider.
They'll try it over the left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
To the ground with the back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And the Hilltoppers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. From the gun, the ground game. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you worked so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes,